On May 10, 2025, the world bid farewell to statesmen, artists, musicians, and visionaries, individuals whose talents, leadership, and creativity shaped not just moments, but movements. From the concert hall to the State House, from the heart of diplomacy to the pulse of a song, these men dedicated their lives to building, inspiring, and leading. Today, we remember their stories and honor their legacy. Gerald Kaufman served with conviction in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives across two pivotal eras, from the late 60s into the early 70s, a progressive voice in a time of upheaval. He believed in a government that lifted communities and stood for the people. Gerald was not just a legislator, but a champion for justice and decency. His quiet influence remains etched into the legislative history of his state. Larry Lee gave us melodies we'll never forget, most notably the haunting beauty of Jackie Blue, which became the signature of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils and a classic of its time. A multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, and songwriter, Larry fused folk, rock, and soul into music that stirred the spirit. His voice may have fallen silent, but his tunes echo through time, still playing in the hearts of those who found themselves in his songs. William Luers lived a life of global vision and cultural stewardship. As a diplomat, he served America abroad with elegance and resolve. But his second act was equally remarkable. Presiding over the Metropolitan Museum of Art from 1986 to 1999. There, he bridged diplomacy and art, opening doors between nations and imaginations. William saw culture as a pathway to peace and dedicated his life to fostering understanding between people and civilizations. Johnnie Walls represented the heart of Mississippi in its state senate for nearly 2 decades. A lawyer by training and a public servant by calling, he stood up for his constituents with integrity and grace. He believed in the power of the law to uplift rather than oppress. Johnnie's legacy is one of steady leadership, humble service, and unwavering advocacy for those often unheard. Matthew Best brought sacred music to transcendent heights. As a conductor and bass baritone, his interpretations of Brahms and Bruckner captured reverence, beauty, and emotional depth. His work with accordion singers set a new standard in choral music, earning him admiration across the world. Taken too soon by cancer, Matthew left behind recordings and memories that continue to inspire awe and wonder. Neville Dilkes conducted with elegance and precision, leading orchestras across Britain with a refined touch and an ear for the sublime. A pioneer of regional music and founding conductor of the Midland Sinfonia, he championed accessibility to classical music beyond the big cities. As both conductor and organist, he nurtured talent and cultivated a deep national appreciation for the arts. His baton may be still, but the music he shaped still swells in concert halls and hearts alike. Jerry Francis laced up for clubs like Tunbridge Angels, Leeds United, and York City during a golden age of English football. On the pitch, he was gritty, strategic, and ever dependable, a player's player, respected by teammates and fans alike. Though his career wasn't headline-driven, it was defined by commitment, sportsmanship, and love for the game. Jerry's legacy is carried in the roar of the stands and the rhythm of grassroots football across the UK. John Gale brought imagination to life on stage. As a producer and director, his touch gave energy and elegance to productions across the West End and beyond. With a keen eye for talent and a passion for theatrical arts, he shaped narratives that entertained, provoked, and inspired. John was more than a man of the stage. He was a shaper of stories. The curtains may have closed, but the scenes he set remain timeless. Today we honor Gerald Kaufman, Larry Lee, William Luers, Johnnie Walls, Matthew Best, Neville Dilkes, Jerry Francis, and John Gale. A lawmaker, a songwriter, a diplomat, a senator, a conductor, an organist, a footballer, and a visionary of the stage. Their voices sang in different tones, but their impact singular and shared. They served, they created, they led. In their absence, we find presence. In policy still shaping lives, in music still playing, in performances still remembered. May we carry forward their legacies with art, with action, with grace.